yours, and then I'm going to draw over it with what I think you should have done. First of all, expositionally, this is storytelling. You've got 3 panels where your hand is the same size. Now, I get that. But this is very, I mean, just panel layout wise, this is very wonky. If I was going to do this and I was going to do something with 3 panels with the hand at the same size, I would have done them all in a row and I would have had them all be exactly the same size panel. So you can have those sequences where something is like frame to frame to frame. But what you've done is you've done frame to frame to frame, frame to frame, and then down here frame, and you've switched the camera angle on each of those. So it's just kind of wonky storytelling. I'm not going to say it's wrong or anything, except for the fact that the storytelling is a little confusing. You've got the stuff falling down on him. I would have, again, established that. So if I was doing this first shot, okay, yeah, you've got your wall, you've got, well, I don't really have to redraw the hand here, except for the fact that your fingers are different lengths. Right? So you've got that, you've got your little head. I would have definitely, first of all, I would have made that panel bigger because it is the first establishing shot. And then this is, you have your buildings back here or something, just so you know. And I don't know, just having his eyes, I guess that's fair enough. You can, I'll give you that. I'll just leave it there. But, terror, you want terror in his eyes, which means you need some more sense of emotion. The acting is someone mentioned that the acting is a little stiff. And then, if you want, I don't know where these things are coming from. Because again, this is the weird bit about this. You've got him hanging down from supposedly a building, right? But he's hanging, so this should be a 1-point perspective down to the ground, but you've practically got these rocks falling horizontally. Like if he's the way you have the action reading, if he's hanging here off of this building like this, you've got these rocks sort of falling in this direction, right? If you're looking at the way you have them flowing here, you get it? So yeah, if I was doing that, what I would be doing is I would have the rocks falling in this direction and then maybe have one break apart, maybe have one passing his head or something. What are these, like little meteor chunks or something? Give them some weight and some, so when you have this one come down, first of all, you either want to get in tighter or further out, right? Like, so maybe switch this panel all together and sort of have it from, he's here and here's his hand up here holding on, and then somehow you have the rock come down and just smash on his hand, and then he's like, ow. Because then you can do
good, man.
Huh?
You're good. Look at that already. Look at that.
And then, this is I don't know. You want some sort of a separation here. So like, I don't know. You might just get rid of that.
I was going to say that you solved it in 2 panels.
Yeah. You solve the story. If you want, you can have this, his fingers here be bleeding a little blood that's going close to the blood's not falling as fast as he is. And then there's chunks of rock falling with them. And, if we want to work on the hands issue, I'm trying to do some storytelling stuff here, because a lot of people just don't know how to tell a story, and there's not a lot of places to go to learn how to storytell. It's something you either have to be picking up because you're paying attention to how other people tell stories, or wait for me to show you what you did wrong.
Yeah, something that I find, and I find this with drawing, and maybe you agree or maybe you won't, Mike, is that it seems like problem solving. That's what drawing is. Mm-hmm. That's what even storytelling is. It's solving a problem, and Mike was able to consolidate. See, now that's cool. He's switching up the panels, giving it some more interest. So he was able to economize what you did in 4 panels. He was able to bring it into 3 panels, and it tells the story better.
The economy of space. And then I would have blown up this panel like that and tilt it. I know you're kind of going for the Die Hard straight down shot, but I think it plays better in a comic book where when you're tilting a panel, you're tilting the action. It gives it more, what's the word? Stress, dynamism. I don't know. It just feels more like something's happening other than he's just statically. There's things you can do in film because you have motion, right? So you have this feeling of dread of falling down, even though it's a straight shot, but that's on film. You can't really get the same fluidity. You can't get the motion in comics. So you kind of have to cheat it sometimes, which means when you have someone straight up and down, it gives the sensation of stillness. When you have someone tilted to the right, it gives the sensation of falling, right? When you have someone tilted to the left, it gives a sensation of stopping, because that it's I know it's kind of weird, but it's like it's the language of storytelling that you kind of got to get to learn. And so, yeah, I understood what was happening, that he was falling, but now it more feels like he's falling.
Right.
You agree?
I do. And there could